But before we do any of that, we need to, we've been promoting the voicemail line. You guys can call us on the voicemail line at 205-462-7340, extension 800. Leave us your predictions. Leave us your comments on the weekend. I really want you to call tomorrow in the middle of the Alabama game as Alabama is struggling, as Alabama is winning big, as this game is developing and unfolding. I want you to call the voicemail line. But we have a voicemail from Dax as he's making his predictions for the weekend. So let's start with Dax and see what he has to say.
What is up, guys? It is Dax. Tomorrow is the day we go to Tallahassee. It's only going to be like 80 degrees, and it's probably going to rain. And it is prediction day. I'm giving y'all my score prediction, yard prediction, all the predictions. So we're going to start off with Ty Simpson. I think he's going to get 272 passing yards, 38 rushing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, and 1 rushing touchdown.
I like it.
Yes, I know Mason's definitely not going to agree with those numbers, but I think he's going to do it. Even though it's going to rain, we're still going to be able to pass the ball. Maybe, I hope. Let's see, and then we've got Ryan Williams with 104 yards and 1 touchdown. Jeremy Bernard with 82 yards and a touchdown. And then, whoever else gets whatever else. And then we've got No Jam Miller. I think Richard Young is going to have 64 rushing yards. Daniel Hill with 48 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown. Total rushing yards by the running backs will probably be around 164. No, not that high. Actually, no, about 154. I'll say 154.
Okay.
So we've got Ty with 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown, and then 1 rushing touchdown. So that puts us at 28. I'll say Richard Young gets a rushing touchdown too. So that puts us at 35, and then we're going to have 2 field goals.
Ooh.
So 41. That's how much we have on the board is 41 points. Then I think Florida State's going to have more rushing yards than passing yards, especially because of Tim Keenan being out. I think they're going to try to abuse that, and I don't think it's going to work, but they're going to have more rushing yards than passing yards. I think Thomas Castellanos gets, we're going to say, 124 passing yards, 0 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. And then their running backs, I don't know who they have. I haven't done really much research on their roster, even though I probably should have before calling y'all. But I think their running backs and Thomas Castellanos, I think they're in total going to run for about 178 yards. No, 190 yards, and Thomas Castellanos with 1 rushing touchdown, and then their running backs with another rushing touchdown and 1 field goal. So that puts Florida State at 17. So that's the score prediction is 41-17. Wow. That's okay. Definitely covering with that one. Like I was texting Joe the other day, I think this Gus bus right here, the tires are going bald. It needs an AC recharge. It probably has an oil change, but I think that's about it. Like, it might need, like, its transmission's probably about to start slipping soon. I don't think the personnel of this Gus Malzahn run offense is near the personnel that he had with Nick Marshall. That's what I think. I think we're going to Tallahassee and we're going to handle the Seminoles. We're going to do it. Start off 1-0, baby. That's what we like. All right, boys. Love y'all. Love the whole team. Love every Alabama fan in existence. And Roll Tide.
All right, guys, we had a voicemail right in the middle of the show, so we may as well see what they have to say. I don't know the caller, but we want to honor everybody who uses the voicemail line. Call the voicemail line. You can leave your predictions at 205-462-7340, extension 800. Let's find out what caller has to say.
Woo! Good morning, Joe, Mason, and Katie. This is Hick, Flair, coming to you straight from Northport, Alabama. You know what? I've been on a personal voicemail ban for quite some time because I got on the phone, left a voicemail for Joe, begging him to play his Nate Oates hit math teacher before the Alabama-Auburn basketball 1 versus 2 matchup last year, and you know what he did? He chickened out. He didn't play it on the air for everybody. So I've been on a voicemail ban. But you know what? I woke up this morning, and there was something in the air. Something in the air that just said, it's time to let bygones be bygones and to call in and give you my predictions for the weekend. So here we go. I'm just going to hit the big games for you real quick. All right, so you can make a few bucks off this. Okay, first off, Texas, Ohio State. This one's really easy. You better go UT all way. All day, UT is going to do it. The Arch Hype Train is going to go insane after this one. There's just too much going on, too much change at Ohio State. They're not going to get it done. The Texas D is going to be too good. Put your money on Texas this weekend. Next game, got LSU and Clemson. We all know what LSU does on the opening weekend. They lose, guys. They lose every time. So I'm taking Clemson all the way on this one. So there you go. Clemson over LSU. And finally, that brings us to the big one. The big one. Florida State, Bama, tomorrow afternoon in Tallahassee, coming to you. And here's what's going to happen. All right? Nobody knows what's going to happen tomorrow afternoon. There's just too much going on for this game to predict what it's going to look like. There's different coordinators. There's like 87 million transfers coming in for Florida State. It's going to be very, very difficult to know exactly what this game's going to look like. It may even rain. Who knows? We got like half the defensive lines banged up for Bama. We don't even know who the starting tailback's going to be. Lots of change going on, new quarterback. But here's what we do know. This is Bama, baby. Woo! And Bama's going to pull it out 36-24, Florida State, with a late fourth quarter beat on a touchdown. But Bama's going to pull it out this weekend in Tallahassee. Hope you guys have a great weekend. This is Hick, Flair,